Alright, so what's up YouTube? It's the Night Saint here, back with another video. And this video is going to be about using the semen retention to really become interesting, right? And I think this really my own purpose in the way that I use it. Because like, my whole job, my whole frame of mind, the way that I think is, I try to live like I'm a special person. I think we all are special to a certain extent. We know if everybody's special, nobody is. But it's more about realizing who you are as an individual and accepting it, right? And just if I'm being honest, everybody's trying to conform. Everybody's trying to be, everybody's trying to be regular. Everybody want to dim their light, and but then there's some people, and it's kind of crazy. It's even an orthodox, not orthodox. It's kind of like an oxymoron. How they say, like how let's say the more people try to stand out, is it shows how how much they really conform. Like, you ever see somebody that choose and try so hard to stand out, and it just make them look weird? And it's not like in a bad way type of weird. It's more about in a, they stand out in the average way that everybody try to stand out. Like, it's a clear example of somebody trying to stand out just because they don't, they're trying too hard. They trying too hard to be something that they not. And that's what I mean in that regard. And then versus somebody that just, that's like, you can tell when somebody is being authentically themselves, and they just, they just out there, or they odd, or they just what is the word, eccentric, or they just like Prince. Somebody can look at Prince and you can look in his eyes and just tell that he's not the normal individual, right? And not saying that like if something's being wrong with being normal, but it's normal in the sense of conforming, right? Some people aren't meant to be, some people are just born stars, and they're just born very, colorful and with extra dimensions to them. And then other people aren't that way. So on my mind, I aim to more be like, expressing myself in the highest form that I can, right? For example, right? I think I'm trying to become more colorful as a person. Like, I'm trying to, find ways to express my mind. Like if you ever see any of my other videos, I'll be saying like I'm a superhero in my head. I'm a superhero. When I get some money, I'm gonna get a cold ass car. It's not gonna be too popular, but it's gonna be something that is gonna be a symbol of mine. And I'm gonna connect to the YouTube channel. Really just connected to my overall brand. I just want to feel like a superhero. I've been wanting to be a superhero since I've been a kid. Even the way I talk in fucking riddles, and that's who I am as an individual. So when people get to know me, it's almost gonna be like they meeting a superhero, almost like. And people may look at it like a bad thing, like how I like kind of like a double life, but that's always been appealing to me. So in my mind, when I grow up and I'm able to access these type of things, this is what a younger version of myself would have wanted, and that is his goal, and that's what he's gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do, and that's true and authentic to me, even though people may, people may perceive me, as weird, but that's who I am. That's who I am at the center of my being, is that little kid that just want to be a superhero. A lot of people don't have that. They don't have that sense of authenticity to themselves, or, they just want to be themselves. And it don't have to be anything too crazy. It can be something as small as, just dress in a certain type of way. Some people really just, they have a way they want to dress, but they too scared of how people may perceive them and judge them. And, so they dress in a certain, they dress the more cleaner type of way. And, and they don't really experiment with things. And that is bad. That is bad on every single level. But if I'm kind of connecting this more back into semen retention, that's kind of what I do with it. I try to use this. Like, when people have conversations with me, I try not to bring, like, all about the spiritual shit into it unless they bring it up that way. But I try to be as normal as possible. I don't really bring it up. Like, it's kind of like how I live a double life. I don't tell nobody about the stuff unless they ask me about it. And I try not to even, like, my personality on my YouTube channel is not anything like how my personality is in real life. I'm a jokester, and I play too much. I'm goofy. I'm childish in real life. And more, I'm trying to bring it here a little bit, but I'm more serious. And I try to be more, I try to use more of my intelligence and trying to convey ideas. But, so it's kind of like a day and night type of thing. If you see me in real life and then see me out here, and me really expressing my thoughts. But just to keep it focused on the video, like, just how I use like semen retention in that case is, I use that type of energy into kind of like channel it into being more creative. I use that type of energy just for higher thoughts, and really just allowing for me to be my most authentic self. You know, I think that when we're not influenced by the outside world, we're not influenced by, you know, these type of lustful thoughts. It's like all you really have is yourself. And when you have yourself, all it is, you know, it's kind of like the outside world, and, you know, inside world is kind of just a mirror and a mirror, and just bouncing back, you know, just bouncing back at each other. And it allows for, let's say, your characteristics, some of your pros, some of your cons, some of your flaws, and any aspect of yourself is being cultivated and it's being developed. And that's really what I use the energy for, is that purpose. It's just, and of course it is kind of egotistical to a certain extent. It is, if I can just be frank and honest with you. But, you know, I think that's, if I'm being honest, that's the way that you have to live life to a certain extent, is that you want to express yourself. You want to, and it is a way to express in life, egoless, but for the most part, the average individual, living life, you have to use your ego to a certain extent to maneuver. So, and that's the way that that's the way that I choose to, you know, express the vehicle that I'm really maneuvering around through my day-to-day life. So, yeah, so I use that semen retention power to really channel that creativity and to express my ego to the fullest capabilities that I can. So, yeah, if y'all like the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all later. Thank you.